we're on the same
Yeah.
level. Hello and welcome to Hidden Existence. Hope everybody is doing all right out there tonight. How are you, Jason? You got your mouth full there.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm good. Didn't get any sleep last night for some reason, but yeah, other than that, I'm good. We're all hanging over here.
Yeah. Why no
Yeah.
sleep? Any particular reason?
Just couldn't do it for some reason. Again, maybe it was over caffeinated, maybe my brain couldn't shut down, but I just could not. There's just some nights you just can't do it, right? Um,
Yeah. I mean, I've
but you
got
know
an
what?
app. Go on.
I'm here. We're all good. It's a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Oh yeah, happy Mother's Day to everybody who's got babies
Yep.
or anything that they love and look after. I have an app, and it tells me every day my sleep and everything. I wake up so much in the night, 3, 4, 5 times even.
Yeah.
If I go to bed before midnight, I guarantee I'll start waking up from 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Mm, yeah.
But if I go after midnight, I tend to like sleep right through to maybe like 6:30 or something. But
Hmm.
sleep's a really funny one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've
It
never had
is.
a good sleeping pattern.
It's hard, and some people they just sleep and everything's fine, and I don't understand that. But we all have our little crosses to bear, I suppose.
I guess so. So have you had any more bacon butties with HP sauce?
No, I have not. Although, so this happened today. I bought some more A1 because I made just some steak for the family, and you have a little steak sauce just in case one of the kids is feeling spicy. And I said, "Hey, I got some new steak sauce." She goes, "Oh, is it more of that British stuff?" And I was like, "No, I got A1." She goes, "Oh, good, the good stuff."
Oh,
And that just filled my heart with American pride. Um, I'm like, I didn't have to pay for it. I didn't have to cajole it. But here's the thing: like they are like having it back, side by side. Now they are so similar. Like there really are just subtle differences between the two. I think she was just being sarcastic. But I was like, Spirit of 1776 is alive. No, but really are like the two. They're basically the same thing. There's just a little like it's just a little darker, a little smokier. Um, but like not by much. They really are basically the same thing. I just could not stop laughing. I'm
they'll
like, if
probably be
only
different.
Daniela was here.
There'll probably be different versions all over the world of a
Oh
brown
yeah.
sauce,
Oh,
with
exactly.
spice and whatever
Hmm.
is in them. I mean, I'd never even noticed the cinnamon. I wouldn't have even thought of that. But
Yeah.
I used to eat hummus for years
Hmm.
and never knew it had garlic in it.
Yeah. Well, but to your
Just
point, right? Like, oh, exactly. But there's like so many other types of hummus now, and you're like, does it have garlic? Does it not have garlic? But yeah, I love hummus.
I do. Do you make your own?
Hmm. No, no. I've
Oh,
started trying to make my own salsas, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
there's
I'm
something
playing
about
with it.
making your own hummus. You know, to
Hmm.
hummus, garlic, tahini, bit of honey. Really, really nice. Um, you know, to make your
Yeah.
own stuff. Iron Dogger likes her A1 on potatoes or
Okay. So A1
potatoes.
is good on everything. It's just now I will say this: it's glorified ketchup, is all it is. But it is really, really good. And my favorite thing in the world, and it doesn't exist anymore, and it profoundly bothers me. Whataburger used to have the A1 thick and hearty, and it's double meat, double cheese, grilled onions, and the A1 hearty and the A1 sauce, and it was amazing. I know I can make it on my own. I'm just saying it's easier to go out and buy it. It
Mm,
lacks a little something when you're doing it on your own, you know.
definitely. What do you think, Rig
Sorry.
Rich is trying to say here? I know we can hear an hour of rain on a tin roof. Is he?
I
Is that more
Yeah.
exciting than listening to us? or
I think he's talking about my sleep thing. So here's the thing.
oh,
There are whole channels on YouTube and Amazon dedicated to like rainstorms and
oh yeah,
sleeping things.
yeah,
Like I'll
haunted
play them all the time.
houses, all them, yeah.
My problem is my wife hates when I play rain sounds because she'll wake up in the middle of the night and because she's been hearing she thinks like something's flooding.
Oh,
And so it freaks her out. And I'm like, oh, that's the thing that always helps. But yeah, like there are a whole I was like, okay. I discovered this like a
about
couple
just
of
a
years
dripping
ago.
tap? What about just a dripping tap? How do you think she'd react to that?
Oh, that would freak her out even more because that's really what she's worried about. She's not worried about the rain. She's worried about the faucet going and flooding and damaging the wood. That's what she's afraid of. But when she wakes, she just hears the running water or the water played on the thing, and it freaks her out because when she's asleep, because she thinks there's a leak somewhere, and of course because she's asleep, she can't really comprehend what's going on. But yeah, it was like a couple of years ago. I was like, you know what? Let me see if there's somebody somewhere had to have it. There's rain on a tin roof. There's just thunderstorms. There are gentle thunderstorms. There are storms on the ocean. There's rain on a canvas tent. Like there are
loads
whole
of it. Fire crackling, just a fire crackling.
Yes.
All sorts.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like this ASMR stuff as well, isn't there?
Yes.
Where I can't remember what it stands for. Autosensory.
So hold on, I'm gonna look it up because I can't remember either.
Movies.
Oh.
I'm just looking it up. Autonomous sensory meridian response.
That's it. And there's like, ladies who just whisper. And there's one lady who's like a beautician and she will do your hair and makeup whilst whispering. And people love that. She's got like 3 million subs.
Yeah, it's very much a female driven thing I found, but they're like, crackling the paper, and then it's like it's a goose, and then, it's gonna be,
yeah,
and you're like, what is going? Why do people? Yeah, exactly. Like, what is going on? It's just we have jumped the shark as a species. That's all I can say. We've jumped the shark as a species. It's okay. I'm okay with the incoming. I understand completely. Like, we used to try and put people on the moon or on Mars. We used to sail over over great distances in boats to discover undiscovered things. And we used to try and split the atom to create wonderful technologies that would benefit everyone. Now we have ASMR.
People want to listen to foil, or aluminum. Sorry, I don't know how you say it. Where are you from?
It's aluminum here. Aluminium to some.
Yeah, but you're missing the I at the end when you say aluminum. It's aluminium.
Aluminium, yeah.
Aluminum.
Aluminum.
It's confusing, isn't it?
Yep.
And utterly pointless of why we're even
mm-hmm.
We have to be faced with this dilemma. But
just the stupid TikTok dances. TikTok dances being a thing. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. We're gonna get up there and God's gonna be like, so you had all of this technology, and the best thing you could figure out is to have 16-year-old girls dancing on your TikTok. You couldn't just end world hunger, cure disease, lock up people who do abominable things. That was Jersey Shore, and Kim Kardashian was the best you could do with this technology. Yeah. Like, I get it. Like, I said, when it happens, I'm just gonna be like, look, I understand. Okay, God, I get it. Just send the meteor. And my dog is deciding to be, she needs to be really, really, firm,
Oh yeah,
and bark at the thing out in the backyard.
Yeah.
Ellie,
Listening to animals eating is somehow a thing too. Yeah, listening to animals eat, listening to humans eat though, that's the worst. I cannot listen to people eating. It really sends me over the edge. Like
So there's like
how
some channel. There's some channel. There was some dudes like.
Yeah, no, that would be like, yeah, that would be, I'd
That's
just.
just and there are people who are like, this is the greatest thing ever. Again, I'm done. For fly by Stu's question. My father was a mechanic. I grew up a mechanic. I know very
Of
much what
course
an
he knows.
indicator
He
light
knows
is.
exactly what it is. I mean, even asking him that question,
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Let's see. Did you see that one? Let's see your TikTok dance. That's quite hard to say that.
It is.
Let's not say it.
Yeah. Well, I have to have the music. I can't just do it without the music. I have to get into the rhythm. I have to become one with the sound.
Absolutely. But I mean, how long do you think these people practice at doing these dances? It doesn't just happen, does it? They're all like, oh, this is just
These
happening.
things are insanely complicated.
Yeah.
Like these are not like just.
Even the ones that give you the cross and does it in slow motion. It's just not going to happen. For me, anyway, personally.
I mean, these are complicated dances that people are doing. I don't get it. Like, it's like, this is it now. I mean, I get okay. Let me be 100%. I understand. Texas Jack. We're gonna have words now.
What's he doing?
Oh, he's Numa guy. Yeah, no. I'm not
what
doing.
Does that mean? What does that mean, Texas Jack?
No, it was one of the early viral videos. That's all you need to know.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Let's move. Oh, Flyby is trying to catch you out. It says they're called directionals in the USA.
Okay, so it sounds like we're talking about two different things because an indicator light in the US is on your car. It's the thing that lights up on your dashboard that says, "Hey, idiot, you haven't changed your oil, or you're running out of gas, or your tires are flat."
No. Indicators are the flashing left and right when you're turning.
Yeah, that's your signal. That's your signal light in Texas.
Oh, look, Flyby Stu. Maybe we're saying it wrong. I mean, we get stuff that comes up on the dashboard. What do I call that? The light. I just call it the light on the dashboard.
Yeah,
it's come up the oil light. I didn't call it a.
Yeah, those are your indicator lights.
Indicators.
Also, your signal, like I said, your signal lights can be. Some people just call it the flashers, and I'm like, well, but you can flash your headlights,
Jamie's got an issue going on here. One of my legs is longer than the other, and both my feet are too long. That sounds, awkward when you trying to wear pants and they're not matching.
Yeah. Like too long for the TikTok dances?
Too long for the TikTok dances, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, well,
I just saw Jamie's comment about the lights.
Dashboard. Yeah, the dashboard has the blinker.
Yeah, Iron Dogger's the blinker. Yeah.
The blinker.
Yeah, the blinker. That's the other one.
Hold
on. Gas pedals? Rich, they're watching women pushing gas pedals.
What does that mean, Rich?
Is that code for something? Hold on.
Is it?
It's got to be code. Like there's. Hold on. I'm gonna go to YouTube first, because the problem with TikTok is you turn it on, it just immediately starts yelling at you. Hold on.
Sharon's got one leg longer than the other as well. This could be a bit more, common than what I thought. Has anybody else got one leg longer than the other? How did you find out about that? What happened? The blinker. That's right.
Holy crap!
Oh no. Is that
It's a thing. It's a thing.
a thing?
It's a thing.
Should we watch some?
I mean, if you want to pull them up, I don't know if we'll get a strike or whatever, but
Well,
it's
can watch
just
how many
it's an
seconds?
ASMR speedy cars pedal to the floor girl. It's her. It's 54 seconds of her putting the pedal to the floor. That's it.
Oh, okay.
What?
Is it actually worth watching?
Lady Loretta gas pedal disaster. Woman pounding gas pedals 6.
Okay, let's not do that then.
What?
It's
Okay, this is
just that. I've just put
okay.
ASMR and it's come up with whisper, headbutt, silver jewelry, unintentional rain, gentle whispering, eating, fixing you, sleep, massage, scratching food, or role play. Which one should we pick?
There's not a single part of that that doesn't worry me.
That doesn't worry you.
It doesn't worry me. This is insane. We've jumped the shark as a species.
Okay, ASMR,
right.
alien full body exam, detailed medical role play.
Yeah,
a kiss. No. Yeah, I mean they're difficult, aren't they? A travel agent, tattoo artist. They're all a bit weird. But they've got like 1.7 million views, 115 million views. I mean, like this stuff is
yeah, this is weird.
Popular.
Is it? Yes. Does that bother us more than anything else? Like we spend so much time trying to bring good quality conversation about things on Sundays. You and me, we want to have fun. We want to talk, but we spend so much. Is that the problem, that I'm just not walking around in high heels, pushing the pedal, going on, for some ASMR thing? Is that my problem, that I'm not like, now the sounds of soda?
Oh. Look, I'm going to change. I'm going to change the title of this show to ASMR slurping out all I can. I bet you Tara, 1 million views.
I mean, it? Oh my gosh! It's like
I'm going to look into this. I think I should do something like this. What do you think I would?
I don't know, but I breathed in too much Coke, and my daughter just stole something. I don't know what she took. Okay. Thank you. Come again.
If I was to do some ASMR, what do you think I should do?
I don't know. Because apparently sipping up the soda thing's a bad idea. I'm trying to kill myself with soda.
Definitely gone the wrong hole.
Yeah, I'm regretting that one. But like, isn't that what's really bothering us? It's like, okay, so years ago there was this trend at comic conventions where people would take other people's art, right, put it on the computer, and they do this thing. It was a trick in Photoshop where it made everything like it was blurring out or whatever, and people made money off of it. And like everyone in the world, every actual artist hated it, because it's like, you're not an artist. You're taking somebody else's images, and you're not even the manipulations are 5 minutes worth of work, and you're making hundreds of dollars off these prints. And it's like ASMR is that same thing, where it's like, it's just chicks making weird noises. That's all it is. Yes, the train has left the track.
There's some men doing it as well. Let's be PC here.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. So it is a yes.
Chicks.
It's both,
chicks as well.
Yeah. Say chicks. Yeah.
Right,
let's face it, because the women who are doing this are usually, they're young, they're attractive. I'm certain that the men are probably fairly attractive too. I'm just like, Text is not going to be somebody doing this, right?
You don't know.
Well, maybe he should. Maybe that's our problem.
Beard alone would be like ASMR.
Yeah, exactly.
You like. for want of a better word.
You know what? Maybe that's the next channel we're starting. Texas Front Porch ASMR.
Yeah. Just him combing his beard.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, you win.
Just tell him to put a 10-minute video up of
Just
him combing
him
his beard on his
combing the
channel,
beard.
and boom, he's going to
Oh
be
my
like
gosh.
million
Oh my
views.
gosh. That is, yeah, we'll have to create a whole new channel for it, but we'll call it the Texas Front Porch ASMR. Just, that is the greatest thing. Okay, we're going to do that tomorrow. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget I gave you that idea.
Well, we'll have you on. You can have your own ASMR channel.
Oh, great. Walking on crunchy leaves. Wrong time of year, but great idea because I do love the sound of that. I do love the sound of that. I'll be doing that maybe in the fall.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna text Tex right now, just ASMR channel.
Text.
Yeah. Do you know how hard that is to say? It's real hard.
What? Text.
Yeah, I have to text Tex. Mm-hmm.
Text. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get text then. I have got another channel actually. I've got I've not used it for ages, my Hidden Existence TV channel, where I was going to put like different stuff on there. But I might, why not? People are doing it.
Oh, excellent. Well, absolutely. Well, it's like the NFT thing. I think the NFT thing's ridiculous, but I'm going to try and make money off of it. I mean, I don't have to get it for it to make somebody money. But you're doing like filming birds and stuff in your garden, right?
Yeah. I've been getting into. I mean, I've done it for years actually. I do have my own another channel. I mean, there's not a lot of subscribers. It's got to be over 15 years old, the channel, and I've been posting little kind of wildlifey stuff that goes on in my garden, stuff on there. I've not done anything for a while, but I've got a new camera. Treated myself to a new camera, and I got another Canon, the M6 Mark II, and I just discovered something about it today. So I've got an app with it, and I can send the pictures straight to my phone as soon as I take them, so I can look at them in situ. I see, instead of looking on the camera, so really have a good look. And I was sat here, and I've got the camera light on the desk, and I'm looking at the app, and I see this live feed option, and I press that, and I see myself on the phone, and the camera's on, and I'm controlling it. So now I set up a tripod up outside, and so I can be inside because I can see what's going inside. And it was just a bit too late in the day because I get the sun at the back in the morning kind of thing, and then it's all down the side and in the front of the house through the day. So it's just a little bit too dark. But tomorrow I'm going to set it up in the morning, because I get quite a lot of birds coming, and I've got some jackdaws coming, and I'd love some close-ups of the jackdaws. I just love it. I just love birds.
Nice.
So I'll be doing that. But I did today, yesterday it was set up or the day before, so many days, a little, see if I can find it. Put a little GoPro up. I've got this old Belfast sink. I think we talked about this, didn't we?
I think we have, yeah.
It's an old, like stone sinks that they had in the olden days, and they weigh an absolute ton. And I've got an old one, and I've turned it into a pond, just a little pond. I mean, it's not big, but pause that and try and get it on a big screen.
Oh, I think she's frozen, or I'm frozen. One of us is frozen. Uh-oh. If y'all can hear me, just type 1 or something, because I think Danielle may be frozen on her end. Now, Jamie, mentioned hopefully the shoebill stork doesn't show up in our garden at 2 a.m. Oh, there you are.
I
You're
was
back.
like, it wasn't working. I was like, why is it not working? Because I went. So what was I going to say? So I've got turned this Belfast sink into a pond. So I had to like make it waterproof because there was like a hole in it where the plug used to be. And it took me like a while to really make sure it was completely leak proof. I bought some kind of sealant, but not underwater. So I got confused. I got waterproof sealant, but not like water resistant, but not waterproof. So even if something's water resistant, it can still absorb water and leak through. So I had to get this special adhesive that's you can actually use it underwater, and that stays, works for however long. Anyway, eventually got it sussed, and just for extra measure, I put like a tile over the hole and a rock on it. It's not a rock; it's just a lump of cement, actually. But it looks like a bit of a rock, and it just holds down. It's a long story, this, isn't it? Just over a little. Well, what ended up happening is I got it going. I filled it up. I've got some nice, pond plants in there. It's not a big thing, I'm just saying, but it's a nice little pond. And every day I'm coming out to it, it's like empty. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? It turns out the birds have been using this thing as a bath. And like it got to a point where I was filling it up like twice a day because they were just absolutely loving it. But today they will. I've been using it, Jamie. I've been saving it and putting it in the pond before the rain police come and charge me for taking rainwater, which is essentially what happens. So anyway, I put a little GoPro out by the pond, calling it a pond. It's an old sink, and I captured some activity. And I think
Someone's sink is another person's pond. It's all a matter of perspective.
But I think this could be some sort of ASMR kind of experience watching stuff like this. So anyway, I'll play it. It's only a couple of minutes long.
Yeah, this could honestly be. Yeah, this could be a show. This could be a channel. I'm not kidding. Like I've seen stuff like this.
What I do in a second is I go into a bit of slow-mo. I slow it down for a little bit, and when you hear like the wings flapping in the water, there's something about it, the noise.
Uh-oh. I think she's frozen again. I think she may be frozen. Huh. Well, looks like the rain police are after her finally. Oh, there you are.
Did it all go?
Yeah, it all froze.
Yeah.
I was worried the rain police had found you.
No, they haven't. But anyway, yeah, this sort of thing. I mean, I love watching this sort of stuff.
Yeah, turn this into an ASMR, ASMR, whatever, an ASMR channel dedicated to these birds. People will just title it ASMR birds and lean in heavy. It was like, we're going to talk about birds, and I can't even do a British accent, but like do your real thick accent, and people will love it. She froze again, didn't she? She did. Yeah. Okay, I guess I got to dance now.
Hello.
Oh, dang it, you're back.
I don't know what it is. I think probably my computer is so bunged up. I'm trying to share it. It's a pretty big.
Yeah, unfortunately, that happens. It happens. Trust me, it happens. I like one of the things we try and do now is make certain people are under certain, like we don't have like the entire team on one show because of that. It just sometimes it's too much.
It does. It really drains, doesn't it? StreamYard if you're sharing something big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've tried actually to, meet someone in StreamYard and try and show them something on Photoshop or a video editing program. You just can't share it. Just can't even, get it to work. I don't know what that is. There's only so much StreamYard can do, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is we keep asking these programs to do so much with lower bandwidth, and it's like I think we often forget how much information is really going through the internet at any given time, and it's insane. But yeah, so what's a Mank accent?
Right. Do your Mank accent, Daniela? Well, I was actually born in Manchester.
Oh, Manchester, gotcha.
Manchester, yeah. But I moved to Lancaster when I was 5. So I've probably got a little bit of a twinge of Mank. But that's it. I don't do wraps, unfortunately, unless they've got like, chicken and spinach and hummus or something in them. That's the only wraps I do. And no, that's Liverpool, Jamie. It's Liverpool. I'm not from Liverpool.
What's a
The
Scouse?
Scouts, yeah, they call people from Liverpool Scousers.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I guess Paul McCartney was a Scouser.
Oh.
Was he from Liverpool?
Gotcha.
He was from Liverpool.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Because him and it was Paul McCartney and
John Lennon.
John Lennon. Thank you, man. I
think
remember
John
the
Lennon
story
was
about
from
him.
Liverpool, wasn't he? Yeah. Oh, go on.
I thought he was from Liverpool because there was a story about him in Liverpool, very specifically the whole flaming man and little pie, or little man and flaming pie story happened in Liverpool.
Yeah, I think he is. I don't think Paul McCartney is Liverpool.
All right, I'm gonna double check.
You double check there, yeah. Do a Scottish accent. I'm not good at accents. I don't want to offend anybody, Jerry. Can't think what to say. What would I say? From Scotland. From Scotland. I've been to Scotland. To Glasgow to see my friend. That's about it. To hit the like button if I got that right.
Liverpool.
Who? John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. Well, Paul McCartney specifically is Liverpool. Let me try John Lennon. I thought John was John Lennon.
John Lennon's definitely Scouse.
Yeah, Liverpool as well. I thought all the Beatles were from.
I don't know if that's a derogatory term now, a Scouser.
Everything's a derogatory term.
Yeah, I mean, Brummy accent.
Yeah, because Ringo's from Liverpool as well. It was John Paul.
Ringo Starr. I think he was from Liverpool as well.
Well, Ringo Starr's from there. I was trying to remember who the last one was.
George Harrison.
George Harrison, thank you. It's like I could hear the song "Set on You." It's like it's like,
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that song. It's like my favorite song by him. And
who's that? George Harrison?
Yeah, George Harrison.
Oh, he did that one, did he? He's done some really interesting stuff. George Harrison, actually. He's pretty spiritual, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all from Liverpool.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah, I thought they were. I thought they were all from Liverpool.
I don't know. I didn't know.
So
I
now we
wasn't
know.
really a big fan of them. I mean, obviously, I wasn't really, around.
Well, yeah.
Wasn't
By the
my
time you
kind
were
of thing.
born, yeah. I mean, by the time you were born, George Harrison was doing his solo stuff.
Probably.
Yeah.
Whatever he was doing 25 years ago,
Well
Anyway,
played.
let's
Well
move on.
played, my friend. Well played.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a Brummy accent? No, it's a bit harder, that one, isn't it? From Birmingham. Someone from Birmingham. I said, yeah, I can't.
wouldn't
Probably sound
know.
like a Scouser doing that. All right, me duck. I don't know. Just, literally doing what I can to keep it going. But yeah, I'm not great with accents.
I'm terrible. I don't do voices. I don't do accents. And the worst part is, I'm doing all the voices for Choopy Rules. We finally got everything sort of worked out from like logistically how to make it work. So
But it
I have
just
to do
sounds
all the
like you.
voices. Yeah,
It
it's
just sounds
hard.
like you all the time.
Well, and that was the first go round. My wife was like, "Okay, can you actually do something else?" And so I'm having to try and come up with different like I can there's only one voice I can do. Choopy is going to sound like this. That's it. Because he's a chupacabra. So he has to sound non-human.
So do it then for us.
Well, I'm doing it, Daniela. What do you mean? I'll try so hard. Yeah. No, this is it. This is it. This is as close as I get to an actual, accent. And then like the other like Paco, I'm just gonna use my normal voice, and then Mac is which is based. So the thing is, they're my friend. It's me and my friend is actually who it is. So the characters are based on from other strips I've done in the past. But like Mac is gonna have to have a Texas accent, which is hard for me to do because I spent my entire life not having an accent. So it's hard.
Yeah. I don't know what my accent is. I know it's northern, but I don't think I'm like from where I live, where I've been grown up. I think I have a plain northern accent, but
Well,
it's just what you've brought up with, isn't it?
yeah. Well, so that's a great point because it is what you brought up with, but with the invention of television and radio, a lot of things have sort of, calmed down. Like you said, you have a northern accent. Well, it's like that northern accent is also being affected by people watching television and listening to radio, and so it's all sort of normalizing, right? So it's like, yeah, someone from Texas sounds different from someone from New York, but their accents aren't as distinct as they used to be.
Well, I mean, for me, my dad is from Sicily, and
Yeah.
although he's been in England for, probably 60 years, he still talks like that.
Yeah.
He hasn't picked up any English in terms of, the accent. He just talks like this all the time. And my mum was Polish, and she had a very, really clear English. Didn't have a Polish accent.
Really?
But she could talk Polish, had really good English, but not Northern. Very like me, I think, a plain, kind of plain Northern. It's weird because like obviously all my family are not English, and so you'd think you grow up listening to your parents and talking like they do, but actually, I don't think I have.
Well,
Certainly not my dad. I don't talk like this.
yeah. Right. Well, because like you said, it is partly it's the culture that you grow up in. It's not because you're learning to speak it. And again, one of the reasons your father speaks the way he does is it's a second language for him, right? Because he's coming from a different place. Your mother, and so funny thing is, actually, I think I know what's going on with your mom because I kind of did it when I was learning Spanish. My mother didn't want me to learn Mexican Spanish; she wanted me to learn Castilian Spanish. So when I learned to speak Spanish, and I have forgotten almost all of it, and it's terrible. I don't do languages very well. I'm lucky to do English. But I would speak with a Castilian accent, and it was so my friends who actually, who were from Mexico, who were Mexican, who spoke Spanish, they're like, "Why do you sound weird? Like, like you sound so weird when you speak Spanish." It's like because but I think to your point, your mom who is Polish, she's probably learned, she learned English from a particular region, from a particular, and that's the accent she picked up on when she speaks in English. And it's
Yeah.
probably because I did the same thing. It and then you grow up with that, plus you hear everyone around you, so you kind of normalize.
Mm, yeah. Fascinating, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Accents. You hear about these people that have, I don't know what happens to them. Either they've had a bang on the head or some sort of
Yes.
brain injury, and then talking in
Hmm.
an accent they've never had before.
Yes.
You
Or
know, that
languages. Yeah.
is freaky.
Oh, it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Brain injury stuff is fascinating because, to your point, people have skills they never had before. Sometimes they'll have completely new interests, and you're like, to your point, it's not just they'll speak with a different accent. Sometimes they'll speak a completely different language, and you're like, where did that come from? How did they know how to speak that accent or speak that language? It is entirely bizarre. The brain is something we don't fully understand at all.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, no, it is really fascinating. Um, I had a friend who he tried to kill himself, basically. He tried to,
Mm,
take a lot of Valium, and, he wanted to hook his car up to his exhaust. I
mm,
mean, he attempted twice, and the first time he took too many pills, he passed out before he got to do the exhaust thing, and was found by some friends. But the second time, he did get carbon monoxide poisoning, and I actually looked after him for quite a few months before when he came out of hospital.
mm.
He was in a bad relationship with someone, and he just
Yeah.
couldn't let him go back to her because he'd lost quite a lot of his memory. He couldn't remember what had happened. They'd had a fallout and he'd gone off, and, it's a toxic relationship. They're not
Right.
together now. This was a long time ago. But he needed to sort his head out before he starts to try and sort out any
Yeah.
relationship thing. So I kind of like, it's a good friend of mine, I
Mm.
kind of like got a lock on him and said, "You staying with me, and that's it."
Yeah.
And it was fascinating watching him and his memory. And he had people coming around to help him. And basically, you need to um, you need to have help. This is just for anybody who comes across anything like this. If you don't get help within a certain amount of time, you won't get your memories back. There's exercises and things that they do to help trigger memories and train your brain, basically, when you've had something like that happen. And he refused a lot of the help. He just thought he'd be fine on his own. So he struggles with that now. But what was fascinating was when I was taking him to work with me, and I'd send him over to the shop to go and get something. I think the first time I sent him over to the shop was to get me a cold. I said, "Go and get me a cold can of Coke." And he went over and he came back and he said, "I can't believe that shop's got a fridge in it where it's got drinks in." I was like, "Yeah, they've all got." It's so
Yeah.
weird. What it's like. I gave him his toothbrush, and he said, "What's that?" I said, "So, a toothbrush, electric toothbrush." He went, "Oh, brilliant! What does it do?" It's like turn
Mm.
it on, and it's just fascinating how
Hmm.
I couldn't remember a lot of people. Some of that came back to him, but the basics, going to a shop, not being able to add up, work out
Yeah.
change. Um, it's just a fascinating process of watching him, trying to support him. I mean,
Hmm.
he's got a kid now. He manages, but I know he's lost a lot of stuff that he
Hmm.
could have maybe got back. But um, those things that you lose, he had no inhibitions at all. He would walk around naked and not even think
Yeah.
it was a problem. Nothing, like a
Yeah.
kid. You know,
Yeah.
just
Mhm.
very
Yeah.
strange.
I forget the Phineas Gage. I don't begin to know why I know that name. Like he was a railroad worker. He was known to be a very pious man, very good man, and he was driving a spike in, and essentially something due to an accident, a railroad spike got driven into his frontal lobe, and he survived. But he
Wow.
was a completely different person. They said he became violent. He became a heavy drinker, gambler. I mean, just completely different person. And to your point, inhibitions were gone. The brain is an amazing thing, and it does so much that we take for granted. Like you said, there are simple concepts that we're like, well, that's a basic concept. Not really. Like the smartest computer we have we can do calculations, yeah, but it's not smart. That's the difference.
Mm.
The best we have is basically insect level. Like that's it. It is. In fact, I believe that they're like, look, if we can get something to the level of a bee, we'd be amazed.
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting there. We are getting there. But it's like, we take for granted how complicated a lot of things we do are. And we just don't, because it's all going on in the background in our head, we don't fully understand, like,
Yeah, no, you know, it is.
yeah, like knowing what this is, how to use it
Yeah.
at different stages of the game, and it's just like, this is an amazing concept, and we take for granted that we can understand this. I mean, that is just it's absolutely amazing. Then you have these brain injuries, and people do, like you said, they do different things, or they don't understand a particular concept. You're like, why don't you get? Because it's an amazingly complicated thing, and we don't take we take that comprehension for granted.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, brain injuries. I remember he was watching football, and at one point he said, "Is that all they do? Is they just try and get it up to the goal?" You know, that's all he could work out. I mean, he worked it out, but he didn't
Yeah,
really understand that game at all, even though, I mean, I don't think actually he ever liked football, but he was trying to work out. I mean, he knows what football everybody does,
yeah,
but it was just something about the questions he was asking. I was like, God, you've just lost all. You know, there's a chink out of your thinking,
hmm,
or your memory.
yeah,
Um, that was just, like I say, just fascinating to watch. He's um, discovering stuff, trying to work out what it is, why it
hmm,
is, and being really excited, like it was a new, like the fridge keeping the drinks cold in the shops. He couldn't get over that. He was like amazed at that, you know, and like just
yeah.
these little things. But yeah, brain injuries there's so many complications come from them. That
If it makes you feel any better, I don't think most Americans understand soccer either.
oh yeah, it's because you know you've got the wrong shaped ball probably. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
probably it is. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just stick to what we do, there'd be no confusion, and that's me
Yep.
sorting this problem out in a flash. Going,
Hmm.
just look up to us as we do, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
be good to
let me
go.
know when the metric system shows up on the moon, and we'll.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well,
The,
anyway, let's
the
talk
worst
about.
part is it's probably all metric because it was made by NASA. They went to the metric system. Um, that's why one of the that's why one of the, I forget which probe it was. It was the early 2000s. That's why one of the probes crashed, right? That went to Mars. They didn't convert meters to feet correctly.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Wow.
something didn't deploy at the right time, and it crashed. They're like, "What happened?" They went back to the code and they realized somebody had made a mistake in the conversion from metric to American standard, and so when it was
Why not
landing,
just keep measurements the same? For God, just what is going on? Let's just keep it all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we moving on? Why did we have to go metric? Why don't we just stick to feet inches? And that's it.
Yeah.
All these
Well,
centimeters. How do I know what a
yeah,
centimeter is? How
exactly.
many
Well,
centimeters do you need? I don't know. Half an inch. I
so
can't, don't ask me
that's
to
an
work
interesting
it
thing.
out.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like the reason for it, and this is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life, but it's true. The metric system is amazing for science, but what we call American Standard or the imperial system is great for industry. And that was the thing. Like I honestly get this the switch over to metric. I'm like I've used the metric system when I was doing archaeology. My father worked on specifically European cars. I'm very well acquainted with the metric system. It has its advantages. I like the metric system even better than in the imperial, but the reason for the difference is it's like, well, hey, this is better for science. We'll just do it this way. But it was like it's better for industry. And so America's like, well, we're going to keep the imperial standard because it's better for the industry. I don't know why. Like I can't explain why they are. I just know that's the reason.
Yeah.
So
I don't care about all that. I just care about you trying to,
yeah,
find the right length of curtains without having to go, how many is that?
yeah. I
Yeah,
just came in to buy rope, people. I don't need to start an international incident over weights and measures.
I know. It's like that, just that long. That's
Yeah,
enough,
just
When I go
that's
into
that's it.
yeah, if I go into a butcher's now and they've got want some mince or whatever, I just go just a handful of that.
It's we're gonna be down to cubits here in any minute. It's like I just want a cubit of just give me a cubit of gasoline.
Yeah,
This is weight and I don't care. Just give it to me in cubits. All right.
definitely.
Yeah.
I think we should start doing that. It's just changing, the way. When I was a trucker, this is one of my trucking stories. I used to go down to this place in Italy, and it used to be like a regular run I'd do. And if I got there at the weekend, there was a woman who worked at the factory with a son and a husband. And she would never let me stay in my truck. She would insist I come to hers, spare room, shower, eat with them, stay with them for the weekend, and then I'd be on my way on Monday. She's a really kind lady, basically, nice family. And the first time I went down there, she said, yeah, you stay here and that. And she said, tonight, should you like pizza? And I said, oh, yeah, I like pizza. And she went, this is all in Italian, obviously. She said, oh, we're going to order Metro Pizza tonight. So I was like, okay. And I thought, maybe that's the name of the company, like Domino's or whatever.
Yeah.
But what came was Metro means meter. And what came was a meter pizza. So like a 3-foot long strip. I mean, they're about, probably like that wide. But there was like 3 of them came because where they lived was in a really small village. And there's like 4 houses in just a little row. And they all eat out in the summer together, so they all eat together, basically. So they'd ordered these big, and they were amazing. They were literally a meter pizza. And I just thought, oh, Metro, is the name of the company.
That's I would have assumed the same thing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And it was great because
That is funny.
they would just change the toppings as they went down, almost kind of like blending into one another till it's one thing at one end. And I remember they had, it was interesting, but it's red lettuce was a topping, shredded red. Do you get red lettuce there?
I mean, I can't think of it. I know it exists. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's the
some of our
lettuce.
like our kale and things like that. I mean, some of the other, yeah. I mean, there's like fancy. It has sort of a reddish tint. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I can't just go and buy red lettuce, but like there's these like ensemble things. It's the fancy stuff. Yeah, we can get it, but I've never heard of it as a topping.
Yeah, that was weird. That was
Yeah,
weird.
we agree it's weird.
Oh yeah! Wow.
We agree. Look at that.
And that's it. The show's over now.
That's it. We're done.
It.
We found the one international thing that we both agree is just weird.
Yeah.
I feel
Wow.
so good now. I feel so close to you, Daniela.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's brought us one step closer?
I think it has. It has.
What a moment.
Promised myself I wouldn't cry.
Amazing.
I do have a question, though.
Yeah. I just want to eat this. I'll wait. Go on.
Well, what you should do is record yourself doing it so you can put up as an ASMR.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because there's 2 in here. There's like 2.
Yeah. We have. Well, I okay. Last one, I don't remember if it says creamy peanut butter, but yeah, we got peanut butter Snickers.
Oh,
yeah, and they come as 2. Yeah, and they come as 2 bars. And it's like they couldn't just make 1 bar; they made 2 bars. And I'm like, what?
But one fits perfectly.
Yeah.
One big one doesn't. One just fits perfectly in the mouth, on the tongue.
I still bite it in half. I mean,
oh no, just let it sit and do its thing. I mean, obviously, it goes in the mouth and I chew it and swallow it. But I have at some point.
I don't know why the 12-year-old in me is just dying laughing inside at the moment. So I do have a very serious question, though, about this meter-long pizza.
We do,
again, that has brought us together. Oh, do you?
Sorry, we do. We do.
Oh, yeah. I love Twix.
I love salted caramel, and I do love Twix.
Yeah.
If you can have a cup of tea and a something, a bit of chocolate bar or a biscuit, whatever, Kit Kat or Twix.
Mm-hmm.
So go on. Sorry.
No. This pizza that has brought us closer together. It has refreshed a question in my head. Do you like anchovies on pizza?
Oh yes.
Me too.
Absolutely. No way.
Yeah, it's so hard to get them. God. Like in Texas, there's like one place that I think technically there's a Domino's that has them, but like I can't find proper anchovies because it's well, no, I mean I can get them if I need to. I just got to go talk to a guy with an accent and a white on white tie whose trunk is suspiciously loud. But only like 12 people got the Mafia reference on that one. But no, like we can get them. It's hard. Like I don't eat a lot of pizza anymore, but I love anchovies on pizza.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I tried it, I was like, how have I've always thought anchovies were like the worst thing ever, but like the first time I tried, I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad had my dad, when he had his restaurant, one of the pizzas was called Sorrento, and it's just mozzarella, anchovies, and olives and garlic. Beautiful pizza. And then we did a pizza called Mafiosa, which is tuna, prawns, anchovies, garlic, olive oil, just. And tuna. That is chopped boiled egg. Yeah.
Okay, so the tuna's weird. The chopped boiled egg feels like a step too far for a pizza. But I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it though.
Very fine chopped boiled egg with the garlic, the tuna, the anchovy, prawns, whatever you want to put on it. That is to die for. A bit of chili. That's living the dream, basically.
Yeah. Well, to Gene's point, like, I can get anchovies. I can go to Walmart and get anchovies, but I mean, proper anchovies are a different thing. Like I'm talking proper anchovies. There's a difference. There's a subtle difference, but there is a difference. The place I go is actually run by people from New York. They're New York, actual New York Italians that came here after 9/11, and they get the proper anchovies. Like I said, the people who deliver the anchovies, they got white on white ties. Their trunk, you're hearing some people. It's suspiciously loud. All I'm saying, not my problem, not my interest. All I know is they bring me the anchovies and I'm happy. But yeah, I love anchovies on pizza.
Yeah, it's that salt kick in it. I'm not a big salt lover, but I love anchovies.
Oh, I love salt. But for me, it's the buttery flavor. Like they have that butter taste to them. And it's Gene. Oh, you have a guy who brings in fresh fish. I
mean, fresh anchovies.
That's a different thing altogether.
I mean, is it not mackerel? at the end of the day. Is it not the mackerel family, anchovies?
I don't know. Let's look.
Have a look. I have a feeling they may be connected, or I could be just talking complete out of my Philip Hicking. You need to sort that out. Really need to sort that out. It's
I
not
don't
a
know what
good
that
look.
is.
It's not a good look.
They're in the family Ingrulidae. Ingrulidae. Okay. The brackish water, some in South America, are restricted to fresh water. Okay, let's see what others. There's 140 species. Okay.
Oh, right.
Let's see. Okay, genera. Yeah, I mean, let me look at the family. Let's see what well, suborder. Let me use the suborder. Clipiforms. They are ray fin fish. That includes herring. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. So Clipiforms are physitos, which
Oh,
means their
okay.
gas bladder has a pneumatic duct,
A
not a
gas
duct
bladder.
like quack quack, but duct that connects it to the gut. They typically lack a lateral line, but still have the eyes, fins, and scales, common to most fish. Families, here we are. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, what's that one? Yeah, it's just an anchovy forage fish. So herring. Okay, it looks like they're related to herring.
Herring. Okay.
So there you go.
All right.
I mean, I imagine there's a bunch of other fish that they're related to, but herring seems to be the largest one. So there you go.
Yeah.
We learned way too much about anchovies. Yes, Gene.
We did. We were up there with all the fish knowledge.
Yeah.
That we could possibly want.
To Rudy Ridge's point, they're just minnows, but they're specific type. Yeah. So there you go. We're at the hour, and we've learned. Look at what all we've learned today. We learned about ASMR. We've learned about the metric system. We've learned about traumatic brain injuries and anchovies. I think this is a good show.
And that we're closer to one another than we thought we ever would be. You know, so that's something. It's been fun. What? Thorsostimus. He's trying to pronounce it. Oh, that is pronounced.
Yeah.
He's helping me phonetically.
Physostomus. Yeah, he's giving me a phonetic spelling.
Oh, good, he's clever, isn't he?
Yeah, Physostomus. It just took that moment. Yeah. All right. So there you go. Thank you, Texas Jack.
Yeah, thank you. Anchovies are not hidden. They're hidden in the sea, I guess. If they could hide, I'm sure they would.
Yeah. It sounds like sardines. Well, they probably are related to sardines too. So
is that what I said, wasn't it? Sardines. I love fresh sardines. I mean, I don't have old ones. I always have them fresh. But when they're fresh,
they're
amazing.
Fresh anything is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Just simple as well. Under the grill, lemon.
Okay.
That's how I like it. Probably lots of slatherings of butter, because you know what I'm like with my butter. I was doing it one-handed though. That fish butty. I was doing it one-handed as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, if you knock back the Diet Coke, it cancels out all the extra calories that you've had.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the butter is probably not really as big a problem as people think.
It isn't.
I think your body's designed to eat it. I think the problem is we have all this other crap in our food. But we've gone long and we've learned so much about anchovies. I'd like to end on the high note of anchovies.
Definitely. Let's go with anchovies tonight.
Yeah.
It's a bit fishy, but what's wrong with that? Thank you, Jason.
Well played.
Thank you, everybody in the chat. I'll be back in the week. I think I might be back in the week on Hidden Existence. Might surprise you all with something. But if not, I will be on BIGFOOT Odyssey And oh, Randy, you just missed us. We just got to the climax, and we're just going to keep going from here and not spoil it. But I'm going to see Randy. He's going to be on Hidden Existence on Wednesday night, so tune in for that.
Oh, nice.
Until then, everyone, yeah, he's a great guest actually. Let's have a good chat with Randy. I feel he's on it with the BIGFOOT. So good night, everyone. Have a great week, and I'll see you when I see you.